FIFA, famously corrupt organization. In 2015, we watched a bunch of FIFA officials get dragged out of a hotel in Zurich in their underwear. They were indicted for taking bribes. It's like $150 million in bribes. All these sports marketing executives too. DOJ has accused FIFA of accepting bribes from reps from Russia and Qatar to get those hosting rights in those countries. Sepp Blatter, the former president of FIFA, he's currently banned from soccer-related activities. Gianni Infantino, the new guy, doesn't seem like much of an improvement to me. I don't know. I'm a casual watching this stuff. Given how much money stands to be made from international soccer, do you have hope of reforming the organization? And what would that even look like?
I've been hoping for that for a long time. I find it quite depressing, particularly the cases you talked about. I was in the room when Qatar and Russia were given the World Cup. I didn't have a particular problem with Russia. It's a big footballing nation. They'd never hosted it. And I don't really have a problem with it being in the Middle East and Qatar either. But what made it feel dirty was it was so obvious that the bids were corrupt. And it was latterly proved to be the case that, a lot of them took backhanders for their votes. So I remember thinking, this is just truly awful for our game. And then obviously it changed. Infantino came in. I met him. He's a nice guy. I've spent time with him. And I was hopeful. I was really hopeful that this would be a change. I don't think for 1 minute now they're putting packets full of cash to get votes for the World Cup or individuals or who's going to host it. But I don't like the fact that they're making that much money, and I don't see why they need to do that, because yes, it goes back into the game, but does it? We don't really know. It's all a little bit secretive and in the Swiss banks, and so it concerns me. But the sport itself is good, but I think it's the same in all things, isn't it? It's like if you look at politics across the world, and then the example of this World Cup where all fans come together, and actually we just want to get on. I think 90% of the world just want to have a life. They want to be able to afford to have, eat. They want to have a nice home and just get on with it. And I think actually we really like each other all in all. But it's the people at the top, the leaders of whether it's governments or FIFA, they just don't seem to get that. It's all, I don't know whether it's greed or it's ego or whatever it is, but I find it very depressing.